Well, hello everyone. It's been a pretty long time since the last time I talked about anything. Um, you can see I have a series of me attacking myself, fighting against myself, and well, basically just trying to change myself in a better way. Because if I don't change myself, I will not get the things that I want to. I want because myself right now contains too much weakness, too much faults, so I cannot move forward. And well, the fight not really well. Well, actually, today I want to have a story to talk to you, to my friends. Today, a good story. No, not a good story. Um, Today, I I myself did a unforgettable thing, even though it does not leave a big impact, but it leads to me to one thing that I understand it now, and that is if I do not watch myself closely, I will destroy every single thing that I have built for the sake of my ego, for the sake of keeping my ego, my identity survive. I will do everything possible to destroy every single thing that I will and I have achieved. So here's a story. Um, my girlfriend, right? Recently, my girlfriend have a lot of work. It's like she's have to work from early to midnight. She can only sleep for 4 to 5 hours per day. Um, she has a lot of things to do in her mind, and her families have problems. Her, her, she have problems at her school. Literally every single thing. She have problems everywhere. So she's tired mentally and physically, and for the past week, I went out with her a lot. Not went out, but we studied weather. I take her to work. Basically, I just want to keep you know physical contact between us for at least like an hour a day. And because she's tired mentally and tired physically, she cannot always treat me the same as like when we first met and when we first a few months of loving each other. She's have a lot of problems, so she treats myself like she cannot smile to me anymore. She cannot talk to me like she normal talking. She talks to me like very coldly, and yeah. Well, if you are someone who listening to this, you will see that okay, this story. You should, and if you are a listener, right? You see myself talking this story. I'm telling you the story. You will say that okay, you should. It's fine. It's fine. You should understand her, and you should understand her, and you should you know feel. I mean, it's nothing for me to be angry because of because of that behavior, right? Yeah, I thought so. I also think so. I also treat her like so. But today, it's just a small action is that I treat her. differently because for the past week because I feel like not I feel like my ego, right? So my ego. This is what I've seen in myself. My ego, my identity feels hurt. My ego feels hurt because I think, because my ego thinks that I am not being respected. And as a man, the best thing, no, not the best thing. You have to feel like you being respected. That's one thing. And as a man, you have to have a feeling that you are needed in someone's lives. That's why a man will do every single thing, change the whole identity, change the whole life, if they have kids, because now he have a feeling, a meaning. He feels like he needed for someone. Okay, so my ego feels like this. My ego feels like she doesn't need me anymore, and she does not respect me, even though that I clearly explain it. But I have thought about her problems, and I tell myself that okay, she's being in a period of hardships. I should understand for her. I should support her. But there's a few because my ego feels hurt, right? So I will start having so much bad thoughts about her, about my relationships. And now you think about that. Just because my ego feels hurt, now I'm gonna have bad thoughts about her, about this relationships. And also a few times, not just small times, right? A few times I think that I should end here, for just because my ego feels hurt. Not I think so. I'm sorry. My egos give me thoughts. My ego thoughts because it feels like it's been dangerous. And now I think about it. Now I did one of the unforgettable thing. Oh, it was not much. I did not blame her. I did not talk to her. I did not shout her or anything. I just for a bit moment, I act like I was bored about these relationships, even though I'm not. I acted like that. And well, she talks to me a lot. She texts me a lot. She tells myself that okay, she's been through this hard time. Okay, even though she can tell me very long ago, but now she tells me because I did that to her, and she feels like okay, I'm being bored in this relationships or anything like that. That's a bad thing to do. Even though I have good intention, I know what I should do, but I do not do because my ego was hurted and it leads my actions to where it desires, which is to keep it alive. It doesn't want to be feel endangered. And now it's just a small thing in everyday life, but now if you think about it, think about it. My ego, just because it feels a bit danger, giving me instructions and bad thoughts about my relationships, and if this continues, right, which well, she have a lot of work to do, and I have to understand for it, but if I keep listening to my egos, I will destroy a relationships that I really, 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 I love her. I love her. I don't want to destroy our relationships. I also learned one thing today. Not today, but yesterday. It was a luck because I just stumbled at this across this. I have this book about trading, but it talks a lot about the mentality of trading and talk a lot about Buddhism. And well, it teach me one thing that I believe that if you on this journey of self improvement or anything like that, you will stumble across this thing. This very thing means that the very thing that the identity stuff, right? I believe that you have stumbled across it, the identity stuff, and it will teach me one thing. It's re-teach me one thing that I am not my thoughts. I am not my identity. I am not my ego. It teach me that I am not my ego. I am not my thoughts. I am not my emotions. I am not. And when and only when I can disassociate myself, me, with my ego, my thoughts, with my emotions, I can act. I can act according what is right, not what I feel like. No, I'm sorry. Only when, I like, and this is very hard thing to do. Only when I can disassociate myself with my ego, with my emotions, with anything, with myself, my body, anything. I can turn my action to do what is right. And if I keep associating myself with my ego, I keep listening to what my ego said through thoughts. I would do bad things. I would destroy things that I love in my life. To the situation happened today only is a small thing. Because I don't have any big things, big relationships, big, yeah, I don't have any deep, big relationships in my life right now. Yeah, but later on in my life, I will have important things, very important things, very important things. I will destroy them all if I do not associate myself, disassociate myself away from who I am. And this is dangerous. So I think about it and think like, okay, what is the reason behind it anymore? What is the reason behind this ego fighting anymore? Try to introduce a new self. There's no reason anymore. I have a much better, no, not better, not better. I have a much serious problems to do. I have to disassociate myself with my current ego, or else everything will turn into vain. So from fighting with my ego, I have to turn to understand it. I have to turn to listen to it. I have to be aware of every single thing about my ego. From now on, I have to watch it closely, like a snake, without thought, without judgment. Because only when I watch it, that is the time that I disassociate myself with it. And keep in mind, this is fucking hard. It's not easy to give it all day. You're trying to give it for 30 minutes. It's hard. But I think it's very serious for me to do it. I know it's hard, but I have to do it. Watching, I'm sorry if you do not understand about the things that I talk about. I will talk about them later, not in this video. But right now, I just want to introduce you to that concept of everything that I'm doing right now. I don't want to fight anymore, but I have to disassociate myself from it, from any fucking egos, so I can do the right things, so I cannot hurt people, so I can give meaning to my life, to others. Yeah, I'm in pain right now. Yeah, that's all. This is what I'm going to do. I will not try. I hate the word. I don't try. Sorry, don't try. That is some manifestation shit. I don't want to say that word. I will look. I will look closely to my ego. I will look closely into my pains. And will put myself out of it. I will return back to myself, not my ego. It's a hard journey.